guys, welcome back. If you saw my previous video, I did mention that I was going to do a foundation routine video, and well, here it is. Before we get right into it, quick background on my skin. I do have really oily skin, like super oily. I get really oily along my nose and like the sides of my nose, kind of like right here between my eyebrows, sometimes even along the chin right here, so like center of my face. When it does get drier and colder, the outer parts of my face do get dry. Sometimes they get to the point that they start looking maybe a little bit flaky. During that time, I just make sure to moisturize a little bit extra on those areas. By no means, like in any way, is my skin perfect, like not even close. I do get breakouts, I do have redness. These products and these methods really do help my skin look really silky and smooth and matte, and I love it, and it's affordable. All right, so let's begin. The first and most important part, in my opinion, is to moisturize. Yes. The moisturizer I'm currently using right now is the Jergens Shea Butter, and I just take a little bit of this, probably like this much, onto my fingers, and I just start, my cheeks, forehead. Moisturize really nice. Oh, I love the way this smells. I've been using this, I don't know, I still have quite a lot on me. It's practically new. It's like up to here. It's a big bottle. Target, affordable, cheap, and it smells delicious, and I love this one because it doesn't leave my skin feeling oily. It doesn't make me feel greasy, and oh, my face just feels like so refreshed when I put it on. And my hands are clean. I will never touch my face if my hands are not clean. Like never. Like, that's gross. Oh, it smells so good, guys. After I moisturize, I go in with my liquid foundation. The foundation I use is the Revlon Color Stay in 180 Sand Beige, and I do use the combination oily skin because oily girl right here. They do have the normal dry skin formula, but I mean, obviously not gonna use that. Now let me just shake it. I love it because it is a pump. I use it with a makeup sponge. I like using these personally just because I like to throw them out once I feel like it's too dirty. Like, even though like I do rinse them out, after a while I just feel like I don't want to use them anymore. They do last me long. I mean, they come in the, let me go get it. So in these little packages, I have a few left, but this will literally last me through the rest of the year. Let's see. I do begin with one side of my face first, and then I go on to the other side. Shake it. Make sure you shake it. Shake, 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 shake. Alright, and then this has obviously been used already. I've been using it for July. Pump, just one full pump is about that much. I do like 1.5. So I take this and I just start dabbing. I'm not smearing it, I just go dab, dab, dab. I'll be looking into my mirror. Dab, bounce it, bounce it, bounce it. And I do start like on the outer parts of my face. And I just take it to my forehead. Bounce, bounce, bounce. Oops, kind of out of the picture. I don't mind getting it on my lips. Make sure you blend it well into your neck as well. Right there. So, can you tell the difference? I don't know. Can you see? Like, can you? Foundation, not foundation? Look at the pimple. Oh. Alright. Just like one pump for this side. Look at that. Did you see that? This foundation is amazing. I love it. It's been my favorite for years. I keep buying it over and over and over again because I can't live without it. It is my go-to, my staple. I'm telling you, I sweat a lot, your face stays on. I've tested it out in swimming pools, it stays on. It really does. Alright, so I just close that up and with that sponge, I just have a clean piece of paper, of toilet paper here. It's clean. I do keep a roll next to me. I need to have it. I just squeeze it to get any of that excess amount that's left on the sponge, and you can see on the toilet paper. Alright, next, after the liquid foundation, I do use concealer. So I do have two different concealers that I use. I have the Revlon Color Stay Concealer in Fair and the CoverGirl Ready Set Gorgeous Concealer, also in Fair. I like the way these two work together. So first I take the Revlon and I'm just going to put the slightest bit, like right there underneath my eye, like literally just a little bit. I don't use that much concealer. Then with the CoverGirl Ready Set Gorgeous, and kind of go around that one. So I put like a smiley face underneath it, you know, and do the same to the other side. After this, I'm just going to take my ring finger and just blend them together. And then I do different motions. I do circular motions, and then I like tap it. I bring it this way, and I also bring it down this way. So tap, tap, tap. And then also I'll bring in my middle finger if I need to, if I feel like I need to. So I'm tapping, and I do bring it up to my eyelid. I like having that. I think it just sets up a nice base for when I put on my eyeshadow. Just makes sense to me. Alright, I do tend to have more redness on this side, so you can kind of just cover that up. I'm gonna go around the nose area, on the lip, like that, kind of whatever is extra left on your fingers. That side is done. I just do the other side again. Same circle, bounce, tap, whatever you want to call it. Alright, so the sponge that I did use for my foundation and the tissue paper, I just kind of wipe my finger on the toilet paper. The sponge, I give it one last squeeze, and without any additional product on it, make sure you squeeze it well. I just like to go over wherever I put my concealer, and I feel this just helps take out any shininess that I have on my face, and just kind of like also blends the foundation and concealer together well. So just focus it there. I take a new piece of toilet paper and I just wrap my sponge. I wrap it and I put it away so it can be ready for next time. Wrap it like a burrito. Then, after all the liquid is on my face, which is the liquid foundation and the concealers, I fan my face, because before I put on the powders, I like for the liquids to really be set on my face. Oh, hold on, I have something here. Oh yeah. Next step. I use quite a lot of powder, I think. So the powders I use are the Rimmel London Stay Matte powder, and this is in Creamy Natural, and the Revlon Color Stay in Translucent. I use these two first, and then I use a third powder afterwards. So what I do with these ones, I take another one of those makeup sponges. It's not the same as my foundation. Remember, we wrapped it up like a burrito in here. This is a different one. This is for liquid. This is for powder. What I do is I take the Rimmel first, and with my makeup sponge, I'm going to like swirl it in there, and then you have it on your sponge, and I start like in this area. Whoops. Press. Do you see how that left like that imprint there? And I press, and I just start pressing like right here in this area, like right there, like where my eyebrow ends and my eye is. And then I just bring that down a little bit and get a little bit more to put like on my nose and on the center of the face. Bring it up to the eye, well, eyelid, and then bring it down just like that. Don't breathe in that powder. So if you noticed, I did it like center of my face, not so much like this part and this part. That's gonna be for later. Then I take the Revlon, and this is what's gonna really make my face look like Casper White. But it's all part of the process, so don't worry. Don't get scared. It works. Just take a little bit of that translucent. Do you see? And I'm just gonna, I focus this powder more towards the center. So this was the center, but this is more center. You'll see. So in the other one, I started out here. You remember? This one, I start in the center, and I'm gonna focus it right there. I'm gonna stay right there. Now onto the third face powder. I use the Maybelline Fit Me in 120 Classic Ivory. So for this one, I do use a brush. I use this one's from, it says a multitask face brush from Real Techniques. Alright, so I have some powder on it. I'm going to start on the outside of my face where I don't have powder, wherever, you know, I put it there. So right here, and I press it in. Press, go up, press, and I'm pressing. I'm doing this kind of motion. Make sure to blend it into your neck. And then I go over, woo, just like that. Make sure not to touch the nose. I do not touch the nose. I did not touch my nose right now. It stays like this for a while. Reason is just makes it look a lot more matte. The oiliness doesn't come through and covered up all the redness, pimples, whatever. Then I go into bringing some dimension back to my face, some color, because I know I look super pale right now. Well, I mean, I am pale. You know what I mean. I do use two different bronzers. I have the BH Cosmetics Studio Pro Contour Palette and the e.l.f. Contour, or bronzing, I should say bronzing palette in Warm. I use this Real Techniques brush, the Multitask Cheek brush, and I use these two in combination. One's on the bottom. I just take a little bit of that with a super light hand. I'm just going to carve out that face, and I'm using a super light hand. I'm telling you, I'm not like pressing. Oh, that looks harsh on camera. It doesn't look like that for me. Anyways, and then whatever's extra left on your brush, onto the temples, onto the forehead. Bronzed, not bronzed. Why does it look like that on camera? Why? What is going on? The e.l.f., it has shimmer to it. It is really pretty, but it does have some shimmer to it. I just take that same brush and I just take the slightest bit, the slightest amount, and I'm just going to place that. I don't like putting this into my cheek just because it does have shimmer, but it brings a nice glow to like the forehead and makes it look like a nice little natural sun-kissed look. So I just kind of bounce it first, tap it in there. If you got a little bit too much, just, you know, take it off. Don't. Next, I just take a clean brush, and this is from e.l.f., the e.l.f. complexion brush. It's clean, it has no product on it. And I use this brush to kind of buff all of that bronzer and contour just so that it looks more natural. After that, you are almost done with your face. Next, I just go in with a blush, and the blush I've been using is the Milani powder blush in Tea Rose. This is in Tea Rose. This, I don't know, it doesn't have a name because I got it like in one of those makeup kits that I like for like a Christmas like years ago. I don't know, it's nice, like, you know, works. I take that and I swirl it and just kind of press it. keep in mind when putting on bronzer, when putting on contour, when putting on blush, wherever your brush touches your face first is where most of the product is going to go. So blush, we want it more like on the apples of our cheek. Contour, we started here. Blush, I'm going to start here. Okay, so opposite. Contour was here down, this is here up. So tap tap, tap tap, and then circular motions, and then just bring it up. Your face is almost done. Of course, my nose still has a lot of powder on it. I don't buff that in until after I'm done putting on eyeshadow, but before eyeliner and mascara. So let me just real quickly do my eyeshadow and then I'll be back. I finished up my makeup. What I did forget to mention is, if you do like to highlight, go ahead and do that. Usually when I do highlight, I do it right after I finish buffing in the extra powder that was on my nose. But today I didn't highlight my cheekbones, I just did my cupid's bow. It just depends on my mood or wherever I'm going. Definitely give this routine a try if you have oily skin like me. This is a matte look, so it does keep you shiny free all day, and it lasts all day. Your face will stay on after sweating, after swimming, after it rains and you know you have no umbrella, you have nowhere else to go. It will stay, like I'm telling you. It's been tested on me for years and years and years. Hope you enjoyed. If you didn't watch my previous video, go watch right now. Go right now. After this, just a few more seconds. Don't forget to like and subscribe and leave me a comment down below to let me know what else you guys want to see from me. And yeah, I'll see you until next time. Bye.